where she's at, where he's about, he has to make this decision. You know how he starts asking questions about the world? Well, instead of it being the world that it deems that Jon's got to save from her tyranny, it basically means that what she's going to have to do is start making it seem like, your sister is standing against me. You see what happens to those who oppose me. And so now basically what it's kind of come down to Jon is he's got to choose between Sansa and Dany. And so now she's basically telling him that she's going to take out Sansa and the Northmen, because like I said, the Northmen are going to stand against her because they're like, you just took out King's Landing, how do we know you're not going to do this? So we tried to stop Daenerys' army while we're doing it, and they were just hell-bent on killing everyone. Sansa is basically standing against Daenerys, and it's now Daenerys versus Sansa, and Jon's got to make a choice. And instead of it being like, I'm going to save the future world, it's like, do I choose my sister or my love? And now what's going to happen here, Jon pulls out the knife like he did in the show, goes to put it in her heart. Who do we know that's a marksman at throwing a knife? Daario Naharis throws a knife, catches Jon on the wrist. He drops the sword, not the sword, then the dagger he was about to put in Dany's heart. Looks at Jon in shock as she realizes her love of her life was about to kill her, and Daario just saved him. So she runs to the dragon to get on the dragon, fly out, and all of a sudden, Daario Naharis has his Arak, and Jon Snow and Daario have a badass sword fight.
That would be sick.
One-on-one, Daario versus Jon for the love of Dany. Because now Dany's hell-bent, in my rewrite, she's going to be like, all right, cool, now all the fucking Northerners are fucked too. I'm burning everyone down. So she jumps on Drogon, and she goes to fly off. But what she doesn't notice, you see Arya with a spear jump onto one of the scales and hold it one-handed. And Drogon's flying in the air while Arya's underneath, and she can't even see it, right? So now, Daario and Jon are just having their badass sword fight. Bang, 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 bang. I'm sorry to your boy, man, but I'm gonna have Jon win this one just for for the good of Westeros. It's a real back and forth, almost as bad as it was, for the Night King. But the thing is Daario's human too, so he gets tired, and Jon just happens to be a little bit more trained, has better armor, and he gets the best of Daario and kills him. Knows it's too late for him to stop Daenerys from destroying the rest of the Northerners and Sansa. Yeah. The good news is who's there? Arya's there. Arya throws her spear, and with the dragon glass, that's the dragon glass spear that Gendry made her, pierces Daenerys through the heart. Daenerys falls off Drogon. Daenerys, when Arya throws the spear through her, and she closes her eyes for the final time as she's dying, the prophecy comes true as she falls from Drogon in the air. As she closes her eyes, she's falling into the arms of Khal Drogo. And then Drogon sees her falling, and he realizes someone else is on her. The cat's paw dagger, because she just speared Daenerys with the what's it called, dragon glass spear, and she stabs the back of Drogon's neck. The problem is that when she does that, he drops from the sky and kind of turns over on his back, and now she's free falling in air, and as his last ditch thing, and incinerates Arya. Arya technically is death because she's killed the Night King, Cersei, Daenerys, and Drogon. Drogon's dead now, but so is Arya. She gave her life for her sister. After the person that she's had a conflict with since season 1, she gave her life to save Sansa and the Northmen. And so now Arya, unfortunately, she dies. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is that Red Wedding type shit. Holy fuck, everyone's dying. Now
Daario's insane.
Daario's dead. Jon killed him. Jon now is off the hook for killing Daenerys because he didn't do it. Fucking Arya killed him. Can't punish Arya. Arya's dead. Drogon's dead. They're safe from the Targaryen reign and rule. Who are you going to imprison? So now technically, the Unsullied have no leader. The Dothraki have no call. So they've got no one that they have any sort of power, like Grey Worm, to make a decision for anyone. They don't know what they're doing. So they all go. They after that happens, they have nothing to do. They see the Westeros army, like the Prince of Dorne comes in with his like people. Finally, he gets there a little bit late. You know, like they are on Jon's side because Varys' letter, I forgot to mention, makes it out to Dorne, and Dorne makes the decision to side with Jon. So now they arrive, and it's basically going to either be what's left of the small amount of Unsullied and Dothraki against the Northern Army and the army of Dorne. If you remember, Dorne was the only civilization to hold off the dragons, and they didn't want any piece of that, and they decided to sail off. Jon takes his rightful place as the king of Westeros. They all are in it because he sacrificed everything, got no personal gain out of anything that happened. He doesn't get screwed over by getting sent to the fucking Night's Watch. He gets everything that he has coming to him for all the sacrifices he's made throughout his entire time in A Song of Ice and Fire. He's now the king.